Are you sure they got it fixed, Michaela?
That's what they said.
All right, let's give it a shot. Are you ready? He looks a little short, doesn't he?
Hello, I'm Dominic.
Hi, Dominic. I'm Veronica from St. Francis de Sales Catholic Church. This is Michaela. We do a 20 minutes with a saint every week to interview the saints. And you're Dominic Guzman from Spain, right?
No, Dominic Savio from Italy.
But the feast day we're doing is August 8th.
No, it's May 9th. Wait, they changed it, May 6th.
They didn't fix the machine.
This is embarrassing.
Since you're here, do you mind?
Sure, I know a lot about St. Francis de Sales oratory.
Well, this worked out good.
A beautiful spring day on April 2nd, 1842, in the village of Riva, in the northern part of Italy, Dominic Savio was born. He was the second child of 11 to Carlo and Brigida Savio. Early in life, his leadership skills were evident, and he had a strong sense of duty. He attended the oratory, founded by Don Bosco, of St. Francis de Sales. The oratory acted as a school, youth center, and hospice. Dominic was an exceptional child. He loved school and learning as much as he did playing. Other kids really enjoyed spending time with Dominic. Just like other kids his age, Dominic would get angry and upset about things. Unlike other kids his age, though, he had a remarkable ability to control his emotions and keep his cool. Their local priest, Father Giovanni Zucca, knew the family well and noticed something extraordinary about Dominic. Father Zucca saw how Dominic would not join the others if they were doing something he believed to be morally wrong. But he didn't just not join in. At the young age of 5, Dominic was already courageous enough to tell them why they shouldn't do it. Once Dominic learned how to become an altar server, at age 5, he attended Mass every day. Father Zucca allowed Dominic to receive his first communion at age 7. Back then, the normal age was 12. As the date grew closer, Dominic wrote down 4 resolutions. Remember, this is a 7-year-old's thoughts. I will go to confession and communion as often as my confessor will allow. I will sanctify Sundays and holidays in a special way. Jesus and Mary will be my friends. Death, but not sin. For Dominic to get to school, he had to walk 3 miles each way, a total of 9 miles a day for school alone. One particular hot, sunny day, an elderly man saw Dominic walking by and asked,
Hey, aren't you afraid to walk so far along this country road?
No, I have my guardian angel with me.
But surely you find the journey long and tiresome in this very hot weather?
I work for my master who pays well.
Oh, and who is your master?
God is my master.
While always ready to play and full of energy, the walks he made daily took a toll on Dominic's health. Accompanied by his father, Dominic met John Bosco during the Feast of the Rosary. To test the truth of everything he had been told about Dominic, John Bosco gave him a test. He handed Dominic a copy of the Catholic readings and said,
What do you want to do when you finish your studies?
If God gives me the call, I will be your priest.
Bravo, Dominic. Come back when you have this memorized.
10 minutes later.
Father, I can recite it now. Very good, but do you know what it means? Yes.
Dominic was standing beside Don Bosco reciting the page and explaining its meaning.
Very good. You are now an oratory boy. Let's pray for each other.
And so was the beginning of the mentorship as Don Bosco put Dominic under his wing and Dominic entered the oratory of St. Francis de Sales. In an attempt to do penances, John Bosco told Dominic that because of his health and being just a young schoolboy, the best penance would to be perform all his duties with perfection and humility, and that obedience was the greatest sacrifice. From that moment on, Dominic did not complain about the weather or food. He took his suffering cheerfully and practiced to control his eyes and tongue. Mama Margaret was John and Don's mother. She said of Dominic,
You have many good boys, but none can match the good heart and soul of Dominic Savio. I see him so often at prayers, staying in church after the others. Every day he slips out of the playground to make a visit to the Blessed Sacrament. When he is in church, he is like an angel living in paradise.
A year later, and as Dominic grew, his health deteriorated. He got so sick that the oratory sent him home to recover with his family. 3 days later, Dominic found himself back at the oratory continuing his ministry. Remember now, he was only 13. Because of his love for Dominic, John Bosco followed the rules, even though he really didn't want to, and made him return home. He spent the night before he left alongside John Bosco discussing spiritual matters. Dominic walked out of the oratory gate with his father at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on March 1st, 1857. Several times while home, he repeated,
Jesus, Mary, you will always be my friend. Death, but not sin.
After 4 days, the doctor came to the parents with good news. Dominic would be okay. Only Dominic knew he was so close to death. With an hour and a half left on his clock, the priest came to give Dominic his communion and confession. Everyone really thought Dominic was overreacting. After all, the doctor said he was okay. After confession and communion, it looked as though Dominic was resting, but then he slowly opened his eyes. Smiling, he very clearly said,
Goodbye, Papa. Goodbye, Mama. Oh, wait, what a beautiful sight I see.
Shortly after his death, he appeared to his parents, reassuring his spot in heaven and his intention to pray for them. On December 6, 1876, 19 years after Dominic's death, he also appeared to Don Bosco in a vision. He is the patron saint of choir boys, the falsely accused, and juvenile delinquents.